She has
It's
a mother.
just
She
full of
has
men.
sisters. She's a
You
woman.
gotta understand. I got
Later, what if
mother,
she
I
is
got
saying this is
sisters,
her
I got
experience?
nieces, I have friends. I was a cosmetologist.
No, I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying it's a lot easier to
Take
be
away
on
her
that
credibility.
side, though.
You got to understand, I did thousands of women here. I lived in 5 different states, and I actually had thousands of females in my chair as a cosmetologist, single women, all types. I did prostitutes, because I got to be safe. I did all types of women hair, and I'm telling you, it's unequivocally when women give up the coop, she does lose some of her negotiations. It just is what it is.
So
You
the
didn't get
argument
to
isn't
one thing, you
the argument wasn't some. The argument was that they pretty much
lose
lose
a majority
All
of
of
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
think
Then y'all just made her argument. So when she said, so why did y'all? Hold on, wait. The question is then why did y'all disagree with her?
Like 45 minutes.
The question
We
is
can't
why
hear
did
you that
why
good.
did y'all
That's why, M. White.
why did y'all
are.
disagree with her when she said all y'all did was literally reduce? She said, man, y'all make me just want to be single because it seemed like all y'all reduced me down to is my vagina. And everybody on the panel said, no, it ain't that. The reality is,
Hold on, y'all.
honestly,
Bo been trying to raise her hand for like 5 minutes, and that she not gonna interrupt y'all though. Go ahead, Bo.
So,
She been doing good.
and so my concern is that we are not holding men to a higher standard physically either, because I feel like y'all give away your genitalia just freely. Cute, ugly, short, tall, fat, skinny, whatever. Y'all just be giving it away, handing it out like like cards. Just you done bought 5,000 business cards and you just handing it to anybody. And some kind of way that doesn't matter. But aside from that, if I have to keep something from you to make you act like a good person, to make you act like a husband, a boyfriend, or whatever, if I have to hold something back, if I have to use something to make you act a certain way, I don't want you. Because if you need to be coerced, that's manipulation. I'm going.
Yeah, but women do that every single day. They use sex to manipulate men. Like, why are we acting, like as if this doesn't exist? The 90-day rule, make him wait for 90 days or make him wait for 10 dates or use him for dates. Don't go back to his place. The reason they have all those things is because they use the vagina. I mean, let's just be honest. They use sex to manipulate or to even get men to do what they want, even in marriages. If men don't do what they want in marriages, their women don't give them sex. That's why so many guys are in sexless relationships, because women use that. It's a power. They know. Why is she acting like as if women don't do this? And like I said, the reason women do it, because sometimes they have nothing else to offer a man.
To hold this back so that you'll be a good boy, that is dumb. Because what we do
made that
with
argument?
our bodies is of nature. It is a natural thing that happens. Attraction happens. The act of sex happens naturally. It is what our bodies do. Now, do you give it away to everybody? Absolutely not. You shouldn't want to. Your body should not react to that many people, because you shouldn't be that easy.
Well, how many people should it be
Men
then?
are. What?
How many people should it be then?
I don't listen. That's not for me to decide.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you where you messed up at.
What?
You move the goalpost when you start saying I shouldn't have to keep my vagina to get a person to act right. This conversation wasn't a matter of making a man act right. It was a matter of compelling a man to marry you. The man can still treat you with some common decency.
Make a man. This the same thing, Darwin.
No, it's not. No, it's
the
not.
same
That's
thing.
manipulation.
I know a
Y'all
couple
hear me?
right down the street right now that's unmarried. He treat his woman just like I treat my wife.
Can you hear me now?
Facts.
It
What
does
about-
not mean a man is not going to treat you with some common decency like a human being, like you, a woman, whatever. I know you don't want to use the term woman, like a person.
No, we don't
does
want to use
not-
the
I don't
term
wanna use the term
female.
woman. When
We
you-
like the
when
term
you ever
woman. We
heard
don't
me
like
say-
female.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
So, all right, this is what I
Female.
was trying to say earlier.
But do you get what I'm saying, though, right, Bo?
No, I
No,
don't.
You literally
She
didn't
doesn't
understand that
want
this
to.
My
wasn't a
point
matter
is
of
gonna
his
bleed into
behavior. It was a
what
matter
you're
of getting married.
My
No.
point's gonna bleed into what you're saying.
Oh my
The
God.
thing with Laisha, I think what Lady O perspective comes from is dealing with men and understand how men think. And
Yes.
just because women don't agree with how men think, it doesn't change the way that men think. So
Facts. That's the issue. Like I said, most women don't know, they don't care, and they don't even want to learn how men think, what men want. That's why when you go on a date with a woman, she looks at it like she's doing you a favor. Like, what are you going to do to impress me? What type of expensive dinner date are you taking me to? In fact, most women think when they go on a date with you, it's their time. That for you, you had nothing else important to do but to take her on a date. It's like they go on dates so you can impress them. In fact, they use the word impress me. Why should I choose you? Instead of, they should look at it like, okay, I'm getting to know him, he's getting to know me. I'm seeing what type of guy he is, he's getting to see what type of woman I am. They look at it like, impress me, do for me, me. That's why once another woman says, hey ladies, this is how a man thinks, this is what men want, this is what men like, they call her a pick me, because they've never been in a situation where they have to learn what men want.
it'll come off as if she's siding with us when she's just explaining how men actually think. When men say they think a way, women tend to argue that you shouldn't think that way because we don't think that way. And I think that's one of the things that feminism did that hurts the worst is it equalized the understanding of how men and women behave biologically and think. And when you do that, you hold us to the standard of how you as a general collective of women think.
Yeah.
And then you say that's incorrect because we don't think that way.
Like that,
but
yeah.
The majority of men will say we think the way you don't think. But feminism says that we're just people and social constructs created gender and these thought processes behind it, and it'll have women putting expectations of women on men instead of understanding who men are and dealing with it accordingly or not dealing with it at all. But to expect men to be women is where you're going to run into conflict and problems over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So when Darwin says that you lose the value, it's not just when you have sex. Like, so if I could, it's a nuanced point, right? You love nuance, right? The nuanced portion of it is, as a virgin, you have the most leverage for marriage, was his point. It was you can say, I'm not having sex until marriage because you've never had sex before, and no man on earth is really going to hold that against you. If you've had sex prior to him saying, I'm not going to have sex, he will stop talking to you, because what you've done is place the man before him at a higher level than him, and the man's ego and self-esteem will not accept that.
That ain't what he said, and White.
Fact. And to even make it simple, what this guy is saying, listen, what men are saying is, listen, if you make me wait, but you didn't make the guys before me wait, it's not a fair deal. That's just how men think. But like I said, women don't care to learn how men think. And women who know how men think, they're in a better situation because they can pick and choose how to, I guess, play men and how to deal with women. But what do you guys think about that? Basically, these days, women want to date men and turn them into their girlfriends. They want to pillow talk with them. They want to, talk about sweet nothings. And that's why every time you meet a woman and she's like, oh, I want to date my best friend, she literally means she wants to turn her man into her female bestie. And it can never work because men just think completely different. What do you guys think about that anyway? Link down below to Lapif.